pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. I'm going to apologize in advance. I'm about a 20% voice, so I'm going to try to do as little talking as possible. Please silence your cell phones, and the emergency exits are located in the back of the building and to my right. I'd like to start the meeting off with the introduction of commissioners. We'll start to my right.
Christopher Morlock, Conservation Commission alternate.
Jay Hildreth.
Bob Sproul.
Eileen Chabot.
Val Connolly.
And I'm the chair, Ricardo Bazanga. Christopher, will you sit for Mr. Metz tonight?
I will, yes.
Thank you. First order of business we have is the approval of minutes for December 15th. I know that Jay has one modification. We'll take his first, and then if anyone else has one, please let me know.
Let's see. Okay, so for the community garden, I am arranging for us, for our subcommittee to have a retreat, per se, at a restaurant.
Jay, I'm sorry.
You said?
Yeah, we're on approval of minutes.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, you just have you had a brief change before we approve them.
Yeah, no, I approve the minutes.
Didn't you have an amendment to the minutes?
Yes, there is an amendment. We're going to add when we come out of the non-public meeting, that we add that the time that we've come out, and we're then go into a public meeting just to then motion and then adjourn. So we have to add that in.
All right. So at the end of the minutes, we're gonna. Well, we did the motion and stuff. It just didn't get put in the minutes, so we have to add to the minutes that we voted to come out of non-public. We voted to seal the minutes, and we finally had a motion to adjourn. So is that your motion, Jay?
I'll make a motion to accept them as amended.
Okay, so there's a motion on the floor by Bob to accept them as amended. Is there a second?
I'll second.
Second by Val. All those in favor say aye.
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 Opposed? Abstentions? Okay, motion carries. Next thing we have is the chair's report and the correspondence. We have two correspondence, both PBNs. One is a land restoration plan approval for 84 Island Pond Road. The second is a dock removal and replacement. I'm going to hand them to my right, and the commissioners can take a look at them. And that's all we have for correspondence. We'll start next with committee reports. First committee report is Jay Hildreth, Community Gardens.
Now it's my turn to mention about the community garden subcommittee, and of course while the garden is dormant, we have been looking at the Broadview Annex, and I have a report on that I will mention. I'll bring up next meeting, but that has been provided to the commissioners for their review, and you could ask me any questions, but we'll go over it during the next meeting. I'll present.
Okay.
As far as I would like to have a retreat for our gardening committee, subcommittee, and go over the plans for 2026, and we also the results of this report on the annex will also kind of play into our decisions, and I'm hoping to do that in February, and we'll put out an email. We'll have one drafted, actually. I've also reached out to one of the community garden coordinators in another town in New Hampshire. That is Hampton. They call themselves, if you go to their website, Hampton Victory Gardens. There seems to be a lot of history, and we just want to look at different models of operating community gardens to glean ideas that may work for us, and also just to develop a camaraderie and networking with other towns that are running subcommittees for gardening. And that's it for now.
So with that proposed subcommittee, so that's then breaking up the community garden?
Excuse me?
You said you wanted to create a subcommittee beneath the community garden?
No, the community garden is a subcommittee.
Right. Sorry, it was just the wording of it said
Okay. no,
creation of.
That's what I meant.
Okay. Sorry, just wanted to clarify.
No, I'm glad you clarified.
Thank you, Jay.
Sure.
Next committee report is personnel. Mr. Metz. Mr. Metz is not going to be at this meeting. We continue to have two great employees in Tammy and Beth, both doing great work. The public outreach subcommittee chair, Cheryl, is also not attending, but I have noticed that there has been some postings on our Facebook site. I encourage everybody to look at it, including the public.
Do you know if we have an Instagram set up? Kind of goes hand in hand with Meta.
I don't.
That's being worked on.
Okay.
Yeah, I
Because
would
I know
ask,
we can do dual
ask Cheryl
postings.
that. Yeah, I would
Okay.
ask Cheryl. I know that sometimes some stuff gets pulled over if you have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just don't have Facebook anymore, so
Yeah.
I can't see what we're posting.
Yeah. Ask her. Give her a little poke.
Yeah, I'll do that.
TRC, again, Mr. Metz is not here. He continues to attend those meetings. State compliance, Eileen.
I don't have anything new to report at this time.
Okay, thank you, Eileen. Before we do the property maintenance report, it wasn't reflected in the agenda, but the property maintenance subcommittee that Bob is chairing is now called the property management subcommittee, and we've added the land maintenance subcommittee. That'll be reflected in the next agenda. But Bob, go ahead if you have anything on property maintenance.
Yeah, nothing has changed at the moment. We're looking into question about some signage that's on Broadview, whether it is actually on Broadview or the abutter's property. So we'll be looking at that this coming Sunday.
Okay. Yeah, I've been looped in on that stuff, and there's some signs posted at Broadview. There's some question on whether or not they were posted properly, so we're trying to investigate that.
Is that the no trespassing signs, Bob, that were mentioned?
I think they're
Don't know
not.
what the signs say. I haven't seen them yet. Beth did go out and look at them quickly, and I was hoping to talk to her, but
She's
yeah.
sick, yeah.
I think it is a no trespassing
Yeah,
situation.
I think so too. Yeah.
Okay.
Land acquisition, we continue to pursue two properties for conservation easement and protection, and as that develops, we'll be reporting back on that. Next, we have reporting compliance. Val?
I have nothing new to report.
And Net Zero Task Force. Val, did you get an email from Sheila? You're not chairing the Net Zero Task Force, right? You don't chair it, right?
I don't believe so. I think it was just like a representative,
Okay.
similar to Charlie, if I'm correct.
Okay, good. All right, because they're going to be reporting to the council on the 20th, the same day that the Conservation Commission reports to.
Okay.
Anything on Net Zero?
From what I can recall, I think was last spoken was finding beginning process for EV for some code enforcement admin at town, and then just now starting for EV and charging stations at the police department. I believe we're still on back and forth with research on that. We'll check in again this upcoming Thursday, and I'll get back to you next.
Great, thank you. The land manager report is circulating. Val, do you still have it?
I passed it along that way. I gave
It's
you the
that way.
land manager report, Eileen.
Oh,
That's when you saw Barbara's.
Yeah, so Beth's report, because she wasn't able to attend, she printed it out for me, and I'm circulating it amongst the
I didn't
commissioners.
realize there was just one copy, okay.
Yeah, so go ahead and take a peek at it. There's really nothing you can, we can hold any questions for.
There's a really nice mention of, Beth worked really hard on our behalf and submitted a proposal to the New Hampshire Association of Conservation Commissions for Derry to be able to be a partner in the landscape management initiative for the state of New Hampshire. And guess what? The town of Derry was selected. Derry Conservation Commission was selected. And Barbara Richter from the NHACC and someone else is going to be coming to our February meeting to explain what we're going to be involved with. So that's really exciting.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah.
Be good.
And thanks to Beth for all the hard work that she put in to make that happen.
So any questions about that land manager report, I encourage you to reach out to Beth directly if you have any questions on it. There'll be no council liaison report. Charles Foot's actually recovering from a brief illness, and we hope to see him get back at the next meeting. I have no update on conservation activities, but we do have a very important piece of other business. So when Beth first started working for the commission, one of the top 5 things I wanted her to do was I wanted to research all of the conservation properties, and any of them that don't have a name, like a real name, I wanted to know about it. And we've identified a few, but the one that we're going to talk about tonight is 23 Gulf Road. My intention as we find these unnamed properties is to name them after important people to this community. And one of the important people that mentored me on the commission starting years ago was Margie Ives. So I've asked the city council to vet the property, and the property's been fully vetted, and we do have the legal authority to rename that property. So I'm going to make a motion that I hope will be adopted tonight. If that motion is adopted, it will get sent to the city council.
The town council.
Yeah, the town council.
City.
And it'll be put on the consent agenda, and then it'll be put on the next agenda, so it'll go through 2 meetings at town council. And if adopted, it will then get returned to us, and we'll have a ceremony here in council chambers with Margie, who's going to be the recipient of the naming. Before I read the resolution, we pulled the town register for September of 1998 when the Gulf Road property was acquired. And this is a pretty cool little tidbit. There's a gentleman by the name of Gordon Graham, who's a colleague of mine, and Mr. Metz. We've been on the Derry Village Rotary Club together for a number of years, and he was chair of the commission when this property was acquired. The cool tidbit is Gordon is Margie's nephew, so he was the chair when the property came in, and I think it's perfect that we're going to consider naming this property to the Margaret Ives Conservation Area. So this is my motion. Tammy, this is kind of important. Okay? So, whereas Section 5.1 of the Town Charter designates the Town Council as the governing and legislative body of the town, and whereas the Conservation Commission has actively participated as steward in conserving 33 acres at 23 Gulf Road since 1998, and whereas this parcel has been identified by the Conservation Commission as appropriate to name after one of their long-standing commissioners, Margaret Ives. And whereas the Conservation Commission, along with the Derry Town Council, seeks to recognize the dedication, passion, and years of community service exhibited by Margaret Ives and her long and accomplished tenure as a commissioner. Now, therefore, be it resolved that the Town Council and the Derry Conservation Commission request that under the authority granted under RSA 36-A, hereby approves the Conservation Commission's recommendation to officially name parcel 04064 23 Gulf Road as the quote, Margaret Ives Conservation Area, in recognition to her contributions to the Derry Conservation Commission. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second.
So we have a first and a second by Eileen. I'm going to call for a roll call vote on this motion, starting with Commissioner Morlock,
Yes.
Commissioner Hildreth,
Yes.
Commissioner Spurl,
Yes.
Commissioner Chabot,
Yes.
Commissioner Conley,
Yes.
and the chair votes yes. So that passes unanimously.
Woo.
So as far as protocol, that will get sent to the DerryCAM Council at an upcoming meeting, and then it'll be put on the next agenda, and then it'll come back to us. And Gordon has agreed to bring Margie to the meeting, and we'll have accommodation there.
That's excellent.
Yeah, good stuff.
Very good stuff.
All right, 7:15.
Is this a record meeting or what?
No. One time Paul Dion pulled off a 7:10, but he didn't have a motion that was 3 paragraphs long.
Yeah.
Other business, is there any other business before the commission?
Jay, I wanted to ask if you had your receipts tonight to, you
I
had
don't,
some bills to
actually.
be paid. Do you have those with you?
I don't have them with me.
You don't?
I'll
Okay.
bring them next time.
All right, so that was the beginning of hopefully a number of these naming ceremonies. Once we get this one done, we'll start on the next one.
I think that's excellent.
Yeah, I do too. So there being no reason to carry a non-public meeting this evening, I'll accept a motion to adjourn.
I'd like to make a motion to adjourn today's meeting.
Okay, so it was a first by Val. Is there a second?
I second it.
Second by Jay. All those in favor say aye.
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 Opposed, abstentions, hearing none. Meetings adjourned.
Woo.